Hello and welcome to Dark Side of the Library. I'm your host, Carrie Carolyn. This is July 2024 kids' books that are dark and spooky. I'm publishing this on Wicked Wednesday. Also, stay tuned for our other podcast episodes about dark books on Fridays. I am going to have to skip the dark nonfiction and the dark YA this month. I just ran out of time, and there's so many cool kids' books coming out. I wanted to chat with you about them. I have not read most of them. I have all of the little golden books because I am a golden book freak. So, to start off, I wanted to mention that we do have affiliate links to Amazon in our show notes and over on our YouTube description. Be sure to click those to check out the books. And if you purchase one, we get a small commission. So, let's start off with the first book that I'm so excited to talk to you about. It's a little golden book, and a whole bunch of them came out the first week of July that are darker. I love this company. A is for Alien. It's the not too gory adventures of Ripley and her cat Jonesy. And even little Chestburster makes an appearance, but there's no blood, unfortunately. It's an ABC book. It is for kids, but I think adult Alien movie collectors such as myself are going to snatch this up. It's A is for Alien, the little golden book. Next, the book I wanted to let you know about is Benji Zeb is a Ravenous Werewolf. It's by Deke Moulton. It's coming out from Tundra Books, July 2. Benji lives on a kibbutz. His family runs a wolf sanctuary as cover. And Benji's being bullied at school, but I'm guessing the bully doesn't know that he's actually a werewolf. This is a middle grade reader, and it's great for reluctant readers because there's lots of action and excitement. It's Benji Zeb is a Ravenous Werewolf. The next book is adorable. It's Boo the Library Ghost, a picture book by Becky Paige. Dolphin Books is the publisher. The library is Poppy's favorite place to go, but it's currently haunted by a ghost named Boo. Well, Poppy refuses to leave in fear, and she thinks she knows why Boo is acting out. He can't read. She determines to help him. This book is adorable. It's Boo the Library Ghost by Becky Paige. Next, The Creepening of Dogwood House. My spell checker is freaking out on the word creepening because it doesn't technically exist, but that's okay. The Creepening of Dogwood House is by Eden Royce. Walden Pond Press is the publisher. It's a Southern Gothic book for middle grade readers. It features Hoodoo and a creepy house, and it came out yesterday, July 30. Next, I wanted to mention the Cryptid Club number 4, You Don't Know Jackalope. It's by Michael Brumm. The publisher is HarperAlley. It came out July 9. It's a graphic novel for grades 1 to 5, one in a series of action adventure books about cryptids and kind of monsters. The next book I am so excited about. It's Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, Welcome to Halloween Town. Okay, there's a lot of these Nightmare Before Christmas books coming out. Why is this one special? It's an interactive Lift the Flap pop-up book tour of Halloween Town. I can't wait. I'm going to buy one copy for me and one copy for my 3-year-old cousin. She loves spooky things, but she's 3 and she's probably going to rip all the pop-up flaps, so I'll have one that I keep high on a shelf where she can't reach it. It's Disney Tim Burton's The Nightmare Before Christmas, flat book by Autumn B. Heath, and the publisher is Studio Fun International, and they come out with amazing books. Next, I wanted to mention The Ghost Keeper by Johanna Taylor. It's by G.P. Putnam and Sons, came out July 23. It's a Gothic graphic novel for grades 7 to 9. Dorian, who can see ghosts, helps the spirits try to recover the key to Death's door that's been stolen so that they can move on. It is The Ghost Keeper by Johanna Taylor, and it sounds interesting. Next, we have a short story compilation called Ghostly Ghastly Tales, Frights to Tell at Night by Anastasia Garcia. Gibbs Smith is the publisher. It came out July 30, and it's spooky short stories for grades 3 to 7. Next is The Ghosts of Nameless Island by Carly Ann West. Andrews McNeil is the publisher. Gus can see ghosts and helps them to quote-unquote move on. But then his dad goes missing, and his mom moves them to Nameless Island to help renovate a house called Rotham Manor. I love creepy house books, especially if they're about manors. This is The Ghosts of Nameless Island. The next book I am definitely picking up. I've already ordered it. It's Griselda Snook's Spectacular Books by Barry Timms. It came out on July 2. Griselda runs a Halloween-themed bookstore. Oh, let's all pause for a moment and imagine how awesome it would be to have a Halloween-themed bookstore in our town year-round. Anyway, the bookstore caters to Halloween characters. Can Henry, who's a human little boy, find the right book for him there? It's Griselda Snook's Spectacular Books. Next is an adorable Lift the Flap picture book called Guess Who? Boo to You. It's by Katie Woolley. Nosy Crow is the publisher. It's a Lift the Flap picture book where characters take turns booing at each other's houses, and supposedly this was a tradition that happened during the pandemic where no one wanted to trick-or-treat at the door, so they stood on the sidewalk booing instead. The people threw candy. I don't know. I never get trick-or-treaters anyway because my street is honestly too creepy and dark. Anyway, this is Guess Who? Boo to You by Katie Woolley. The next book is another dark little golden book. This one is a Halloween mystery, Scooby-Doo and Friends. So it's more cute than dark. Daphne and Velma try to figure out who sabotaged the haunted house that the gang was running for Halloween just for fun. So that's a new little golden book, Halloween mystery, Scooby-Doo and Friends. The next little golden book is How to Be a Ghost. It's a Lego little golden book, and it's cute and not at all scary. It came out on July 2. I love that there's another little Halloween spooky book for little ones. Next, there's a book by Jane Yolen, the famous fantasy author who's been writing books for decades. It's How Do Dinosaurs Say Trick or Treat? Scholastic Press is the publisher, and it's a rhyming book about the mischief that a dinosaur might get into on Halloween. Next is a set. 2 little golden books based on The Nightmare Before Christmas. I bought them both, of course. One is I Am Sally, and one is I Am Jack. Now, you'll notice that Sally's book is mostly about the love story in Kissing Jack on the Spiral Hill. You do get to see her interacting with Dr. Finkelstein and stirring her potions. But Jack's book is full of adventure in Christmas Town and Santa and all the stuff that he gets up to during the movie. Also, I wanted to notice that I Am Santa is the 3rd little golden book based on the movie, but it doesn't come out until September. Sheesh. The next little golden book, which I had pre-ordered months ago, is I Am Wednesday, based on Wednesday Addams, the Netflix series. The entire plot of the first season of the show is shown in just a few cute pages, and they show her roommate Enid. And yes, she does the Wednesday dance. The illustrations are so darling and so on point. Love it. The next book is I Got the Spooky Spirit, and don't be shocked, it's not a little golden book. It's by Connie Schofield Morrison. The publisher is Bloomsbury. It came out July 23. It's a picture book where we're carving pumpkins and leaves are crunching underfoot and there's a ghostly dance party. And it's a picture book for older kids like age 7, 8, 9 once they're in school finally. Now next, a very important book. I'm definitely going to buy this. It's Into the Goblin Market by Vicky Van Sickle. The publisher is Tundra Books. It's for preschool to grade 3. It's a picture book based on Christina Rossetti's famous poem, Goblin Market, where we're not supposed to follow goblin men into the woods. I actually studied Christina Rossetti's poem in college for about a week in my women's history class. Wow. So that's Into the Goblin Market by Vicky Van Sickle. Next is It Came from the Trees. It's a Bigfoot retelling by Allie Russell. Delacorte Press is the publisher, and they come out with really good dark books. It's a Bigfoot retelling where a girl and her scout troop have to leave the safety of their camp to search for their missing friend Reese. It Came from the Trees is the title. Next, we have a Disney Villains book. It's number 11, Kill the Beast by Serena Valentino. And if you haven't heard of Serena Valentino, Go look up her other books. She comes out with some amazing dark stuff. The publisher is Disney Hyperion. Gaston wants very badly to be the hero who kills the beast in this Beauty and the Beast reimagining from the villain's perspective. Kill the beast. Next, we have a Lego Halloween Games book. It's by Deke Books. It came out July 2. Grab it because there's ideas for 50 games, challenges, puzzles, and activities, and Lego and Halloween. Almost every kid on the planet is going to love this book. You can use it to keep them busy on rainy Sunday afternoons while you're trying to do laundry and drink whiskey if you're like me. The next book is Little Ghost Makes a Friend. It is so cute. It's by Maggie Adkins Willis. Simon & Schuster is the publisher. It's an adorable picture book about a shy ghost who wants to make friends with the new neighbor girl next door. So he invites her over to a Halloween party. What should he wear so she'll want to be friends with him? Yeah, maybe not your sheet. That's Little Ghost Makes a Friend. Next, we have a book that's beautifully illustrated, The Little Green Witch by Linda Blackmore. The publisher is Caledonia Forest, and I'd never heard of them, so I'm guessing they're a small press, which is why this book is paperback instead of hardcover. A little witch named Wren, like the bird, has a talent for herbal medicine. She lives in the forest and conjures spells in her kitchen. This looks like a cute cottagecore cozy read. There's also another book by Linda Blackmore that I ordered today. I think it's called A is for Apothecary. Similar beautiful illustrations. Next is a book I wasn't sure if I should put on this list or not. It sounds more like a YA book than a kid's book. It's called Markless, like markless, like people that don't have a mark. It's by C.G. Malbury. The publisher is Levine Querido. It came out July 23. It's a dark fantasy for grades 7 to 12, featuring a society where you have a mark on your palm, and it determines your magic and your worth in the society. But what if you don't have a mark and you're one of the markless? There's some adventure going on with a queen and a throne and a witch. I'm not sure. So I threw it in here because it sounds kind of dark. It's Markless by C.G. Malbury. Next, we have a book called Mish the Bad Demon. It's number 2 in a series. This one is The Secret of the Fang. It's by Michelle Lamb. It came out July 23. Mish, the bad demon, banded together with a fairy princess to save the underworld. Now an evil force wants to destroy all foxkind. Can it be stopped? This book is a graphic novel, by the way. It's Mish the Bad Demon number 2. Now next, I wanted to take a quick little break to throw myself on your mercy and beg somebody to leave us a review on Apple Podcasts if you're enjoying this podcast. It helps other dark readers find us. All right. Millie Fleur's Poison Garden is the most adorable little gothy book. We all have to own it. It's by Christy Mandan. The publisher is Orchard Books. It came out on July 2. It's for ages preschool to grade 3 or elder goths like me. Millie comes to town and finds everybody's gardens are boring and kind of So she plants things like fanged fairy moss and sneezing sticky weed. The townsfolk call her garden poison. Sheesh. But some do come around. The message of the book is to be yourself even if you're weird, and I highly approve of this message. It's Millie Fleur's Poison Garden. Next, we have a book called Mind Over Monsters, a middle grade reader. It's by Betsy Uhrig. The publisher is Margaret McElderry. Monsters are invading Cranberry Bog Middle School. There's lots of action and adventure and kids trying to stop the monsters. It's called Mind Over Monsters. Now next, I know we all love books about libraries. This is The Night Librarian by Christopher Lincoln. The publisher is Dial Books. Twins Paige and Turner investigate a world they never knew existed, and it has something to do with their dad's copy of Bram Stoker's Dracula. There's characters missing from the pages of books running around. It's a middle grade series, and it sounds quite intriguing, don't you think? That's The Night Librarian by Christopher Lincoln. The next book I wanted to mention is The Old Willis Place by Mary Downing Hahn. Be sure to look up her other books. She's written so many good ones. The publisher is Clarion Books. It's a ghost story graphic novel featuring my favorite, a creepy house. It's The Old Willis Place. Next is a book that I already bought when I was doing the research for this episode. It's Prunella by Beth Ferry. The publisher is Simon & Schuster. It came out July 16. Prunella is born with a purple thumb instead of a green one like her parents. She prefers corpse flowers to carnations and poison ivy to petunias. Her creepy garden scares all the other kids away. Well, that's kind of awesome, and maybe that was her intention. No, she wants to make friends. One day, a peculiar weed takes hold in her garden, and she might be able to make a friend. That's Prunella by Beth Ferry, and I can't wait for my copy to arrive. Next is a silly book called The Quackin'. It's by Justin Colon. Simon & Schuster is the publisher. A monstrous duck is terrorizing Cucamonga Campground. And if I remember correctly, the monstrous duck was created when someone who wasn't supposed to be feeding the cute fuzzy ducks did it anyway. I'm not sure what happened. That's The Quackin', and it came out July 16. Next, we have one more little golden book. It's Stranger Things. Inside, outside, upside down. But even cooler than that, it's a Funko Pop little golden book collaboration. It came out July 9, that week where all the cool little golden books came out. It's Funko Pop versions of Eleven, Dustin, Max, Erica, Lucas, etc., and they're having adventures. Love it! Next, there's Supernatural, an official spooky picture book, but it's not a little golden book. I know, you're shocked. It's by Michael Ostow, and it's by Running Press Kids. Came out July 16. Sam and Dean Winchester go check out the haunted Waverly Hills boarding house after reading about it in their dad's journal. It's for preschool to grade 3, and of course, preschoolers probably haven't seen Supernatural or shouldn't have. That's not a show for kids. So mostly this book is going to be by adult collector fans who love Supernatural. But it's safe to read to kids because nothing super spooky happens. Next is The Tale of the Twisted Toymaker. It's book 2 of Are You Afraid of the Dark? It's by Danielle Valentine. It's about a twisted doll who wants something from you. And if Katie, my co-host, is listening, she's going to freak out because she cannot handle creepy doll books. She's out. She's noping out. So Ms. Mabel's Doll Emporium can make a doll that looks just like you. But when Layla stashes the doll in her closet, she hears creepy whispering coming from it at night. I love it. And she starts having nightmares. That's The Tale of the Twisted Toymaker by Danielle Valentine. Next, we have a book by an author that's going to surprise you. It's Trick or Treat on Scary Street. It's by Lance Bass from NSYNC. What? The publisher is Union Square Kids. It came out July 23. 13 trick-or-treaters wander down Scary Street on Halloween. It's cute. Next is a book called Trunk or Treat. It's by Chris Ayala Kronos. Clarion is the publisher. It's a picture book for kids preschool to grade 3 about the new trend of having community trunk or treat traditions, which I don't like. I want kids to ring my doorbell the way they always have, at least since doorbells were invented. And I suspect that a lot of the trunk or treats are churchy people that you can't have Halloween in the church, so you have it in the parking lot. I get it, but I think we should still be trick-or-treating properly the old way. But it is a cute book, and I wanted you to know about it. It's Trunk or Treat by Chris Ayala Kronos. The next book is The Twisted Tower of Endless Torment, number 2 in the Horrible Bag series by Rob Renzetti. It's a middle grade horror series about a horrible bag and the spine-chilling world hidden within it. It is an action-packed book, another good one for reluctant readers. It's The Twisted Tower of Endless Torment. The next book is Vamos! Let's Celebrate Halloween and Dia de los Muertos, a Halloween and Day of the Dead celebration by Raoul III. It came out July 16 from Versify. Little Lobo celebrates both holidays in a festive manner. It's for preschool to grade 3, and that's Vamos! Let's Celebrate Halloween and Dia de los Muertos. The next book is Welcome to Scare School. It's so cute. It's book 1 in an upcoming series of the Scare School Diaries by Jarrett Lerner. Aladdin Publishing is the publisher. It's a chapter book about Bash, who's a ghost who isn't good at quote-unquote ghost stuff. So he has to go to ghost school. I can't wait to read this one. It looks cute, and it is a chapter book. The final book I wanted to mention today is also adorable. It's Wolfgang in the Meadow, a picture book by Lenny Wen from Clarion Books. It's a beautiful little ghost who loves being in the meadow and hugging trees and stargazing, but they also want to become the great spirit of the Dark Castle. And they want to haunt the Dark Castle. But wait, that would mean leaving his beloved meadow. What is he going to do? That's Wolfgang in the Meadow by Lenny Wen. And that is the end of our episode on Dark Kids Books coming out July 2024. Stay tuned next month in August 2024 for our podcasts on upcoming dark fiction for adults, dark nonfiction, some more dark kids books, and dark YA, which I hope I have time to do next time. It's going to be a great spooky season. Be sure to stop by at Dark Side of the Library on your favorite social platform to hear more about upcoming dark books, some past dark books, and to see our flip-throughs of interesting books with photos in them. Thanks for listening.